As I mentioned, I recently sat down with former Patriots star Rob Gronkowski prior to the news of Antonio Brown's rape accusations. I spoke to him about Brown, about him joining the Patriots, the state of the NFL, and about his new CBD business venture. We were joined by Perry Edelman, who partnered with Gronk. First off, can you sort of give us a sense, what is CBD? How is it different?
So CBD is from the industrial hemp plant. An industrial hemp plant, although it is a sister plant to the marijuana THC plant, it is actually more of a stocky, tall plant and has a high CBD content and almost no THC content. And that is how it is different. The marijuana THC plant is more of a bushier, flowery plant, and that is the one that's high on THC and low in CBD. CBD is also known to be a neuromodulator, meaning it helps calm the nerves. And that is quite different than THC.
And how did you get involved using it?
You know, my father introduced me to CBD Medic. You know, he was using it for his back arthritis. And, you know, I actually, believe it or not, everyone, you know, cracks jokes. I stubbed my toes playing soccer. So everyone's like, oh, that's how you start using CBD, playing soccer. Yeah, but I literally went for the kick and took my three smaller toes right off my friend's back of his heel when I went for the kick. And I had black and blue toes, like extreme, you know, that pain, that agony pain. And that's when my dad handed it over to me. He said, just try this, put it on. It's been working for my back pain. I put it on my toes and then boom. Half hour later, I was good to go. Put my shoes on, took away that pain relief that I was looking for. And it was just unbelievable how it worked. That's when I knew that it was a game changer.
You know, CBD use in marijuana is illegal in the NFL. Do you think that it should be?
I don't think it should be at all. That's what I've been advocating for, is the use of CBD in the NFL. You know, I know it's kind of banned right now, but I feel like the knowledge is starting to get out there now. So I think it will be a great tool, a great option for players to be able to use CBD Medic in the future. You know, I just think if the knowledge just gets out there more, the more awareness, it should definitely, you know, turn the tables, turn the pages, and should be legal big time.
When you got involved with CBD Medic, your announcement was very emotional when you sort of talked about how you were feeling physically towards the end of your career. I want to play that announcement for you. Take a look.
Man, come on. I want to be clear to my fans. I needed to recover. I was not in a good place. Football was bringing me down, and I didn't like it. And I was losing that joy in life, like the joy. I'm sorry right now, but dang, I really was, and I was fighting through it. And I knew what I signed up for, and I knew what I was fighting through. And I knew I just have to fix myself.
Oh, all right. All right.
You know, when
Seen
you were
it a couple times.
I know, it's hard to watch. But you know, when you were drafted,
It's already out of me, so we're good.
it's okay. It's okay. You're not going to break down.
That was actually part of the healing process, getting it out.
Getting it out.
Getting it out.
But you know, when you were first drafted, you called draft day, that first day, the greatest day of your life. And then to watch you when you retired, how did you lose that joy of football? How did that happen?
Just continued agony type of pain I was going through, the surgeries adding up, the lifestyle I was living, you know, just the constant hits I was taking. The inflammation was just storing up in my body. And when inflammation's in your body, you're working at a slower rate. You're not at the speed that you want to be at. And I knew that. I felt that, you know, over the last 2 years. I could, you know, I was still playing, still won a Super Bowl and everything, but I just knew I wasn't up to par. And I would say just from age 21 to like 27, that's, you know, it all caught up to me.
Do you believe that there needs to be better player protection? I'm the mom of an 8-year-old son who is obsessed with football. Does this game survive if there isn't better player protection?
You know, I think the player protection is great out there in the NFL. I mean, it's us players. We know what we're signing up for. I mean, look at the new helmet rule they have. Look at the penalties on the hits if you lead with your head, if you hit the quarterback too high or too low. The NFL has placed so many great rules to help protect players, but there's only so many rules you can put in to not take away from the game. But players, we know what we're signing up for. And that's what makes the game so great. Like now I'm watching the games and I'm seeing and I'm sitting there like it's different now because I know I'm not playing anymore. I'm sitting there like, wow, like now I see why it's so entertaining because these
What was
hits,
it like on Sunday? We saw you come out there, you spiked the ball, the banners went down. What was it like
it was
that
awesome.
first Sunday?
That was a great feeling to be out there, getting that spike in, the crowd going wild, and knowing I just can still relax, like knowing I didn't have to play the game.
Though? Is it hard to?
It really wasn't. I mean, I know where I'm at. I'm totally satisfied where I'm at. I know where that's why I made that decision to retire.
We know that Antonio Brown now joined the Patriots. Do you think that Antonio Brown can put away his individual self for the good of the team going forward?
It's a great organization there, and Coach Belichick has dealt with this many times. In this
Do you think
situation.
Belichick will put him in check?
I mean, I would say it's up to Antonio Brown on how he wants to go with this situation, and that's the only advice I can give. I mean, if you want to win, it's a winning environment. If you want to go in and do your job, that's what you need to do, and it's up to Antonio on however he wants to go in and present himself. So that's all I can give on advice.
And the Raiders managed to score a win in their first game without Antonio Brown. What does that say?
I saw that I just saw that.
What do you make of that?
I mean, it's a team game. It's a team game. It's not about one player. I've missed many games, and the Patriots won many games without me. They won a Super Bowl without me. It just shows that it's a team game. One player can go down, and the next player steps up. So it's all about organization coming together, no matter what circumstances happen, and clearly that's what the Raiders did. I mean,
I do love that about the game, that it is a team game. It teaches kids who are involved in it how to work like a team. I tell you, I had a conversation with my 8-year-old about sportsmanship when Antonio Brown signed. Is he a good role model for young athletes out there?
I don't know Antonio personally. I mean, I met him a few times there and there, but I really, for his skill level, he is a top role model. For his work ethic, he is one of the best players I've ever seen at the wide receiver position, and his work ethic is second to none, which is unbelievable. That's huge. You want to install that work ethic in the people, which is great.
Well, ever since Patriots star Rob Gronkowski retired, the question has been, would he eventually come back? Well, I asked him that in part 2 of our interview, which began with a discussion on whether the game of football is safe. I know I'm going to have a conversation with my son. I'm allowing him to do flag football, and that's it. Son, I am not letting you play football because I know the injuries.
I will let my son play football, but first off, I will educate him on the game. Educate him on like what I went through, and I truly believe that anything, any injury that you receive is fixable though. I mean, I went through it. I had 9 surgeries, probably had like 20 concussions in my life, like no lie. Probably I remember like 5 like blackout ones. Like,
but you said you had a pint of blood drained from your body after the Super Bowl because of internal bleeding.
Yes, because of internal bleeding. But like I said, I'm fixed.
Would you ever consider coming back and playing a different position?
Oh, whoa! I like that question.
You like
That's
that?
a good question, Perry. A lot of people are like, "Are you gonna come back as a wide receiver?" I'm thinking in my head, I'm gonna start telling people I'm gonna be a safety or something. Reading the coverage, 6'6" safety. But can always put the weight back on too. Maybe wide receiver out there. But it's the same answer I have with everyone. I have to be really feeling it to come back, and I'm in a good place right now. And
how did you go from eating the way you did to losing? How much weight did you lose?
Yes, about 15 to 20 pounds I lost. It was tough at first. The first few days I would grind, but I've learned that if it's a grind, it's going to be satisfying in the end. It's like working out. Like sometimes you're in that workout, you're like, this is a but if you get that mindset, I'm just gonna fight through it, and then half hour later you're done with the workout and you're like, whoa, man, good. I feel good. I can do anything. Let's go. And that's kind of the same thing. Like and now I feel great. I lost about 15, 20 pounds. I feel lighter. I feel quicker. I feel faster. I feel like I can think And now I'm just feeling great because I'm
And your
still.
dad got you into CBD.
Yes, he did, 'cause-
Your family has been such a huge support, right?
Yes.
I mean, behind you
Oh,
from
yes.
day one,
Oh,
always.
from day
your
one.
girlfriend Camille.
Yes, she's great too. She uses it too.
You guys have been together such a long time. When is it time to put a ring on it, Gronk?
Oh man, we're both busy. We're both busy. She's actually here in Fashion Week right now, running around doing everything. But no, she told me she don't want a ring yet.
What?
Well, yeah, she's like, I'm too busy, Rob.
I did tell my husband that too, just so you know.
See,
things change along the way.
So, so that we're just both working hard. She's doing really great. She's building her brand right now, and she's doing an excellent job at it. She's doing really good. She's always at fashion parties there, always inviting me. I'm like, you're doing way too many parties. That was me way back in the heyday. Like, come home,
but
I'm just
to
chilling.
be fair, you've done a lot for children's charity.
Yes.
You you won the Hero Award from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You've been active against the fight for childhood cancer. Why is that so important to you?
I just had a great childhood growing up. Well, I had four brothers, one younger, three older, and then they had all their friends, and we lived on a street where there was just kids everywhere, all my brother's friends, all my friends, and it was just such a great childhood, and we have so many good memories whenever we see each other. Anyone throughout that childhood, whenever we run into each other again, we always talk about the memories as when we were kids, and I truly believe that laid the foundation for myself to get me to where I wanted to get to. I just want to give kids the opportunity that are less fortunate, that don't have that opportunity. So Gronk Nation Youth Foundation, we've been giving kids, the Pop Warner teams, new equipment. If their team was going to go, they couldn't keep on continue playing because they needed new equipment, couldn't afford it. So boom, we go in, a Gronk Nation Youth Foundation goes in, donates all the equipment. And then then once we did one, 5 other schools called in Boston area. So boom, we hooked up all 5 schools.
I want to thank you both for joining us.
Yes, no,
Appreciate
thank you
it.
for having us. This was great.